What's up, guys? Wire Wednesday coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends live stream. And today we're going to be building a champion that I have had on my account for a very long time and have never successfully used. And I think it is time. I think it is time to finally be building Gurptuk Moss-Beard. And the reason why is because he fits so incredibly well with Titus. Now, he actually fits very well with Trunda, and I do have a Trunda, but what I don't have is a proper Trunda team. I don't have a single Yumiko, let alone a double Yumiko. But the Titus Hydra team is so much easier to build, and I have already successfully built a Titus team. However, I would like to improve my Titus team, and Gurptuk just might be the solution. Now, this is the results from last week's Titus team, and I think what I need to do is probably take out Lydia. It's either going to be Lamassu or Lydia. Probably needs to be Lydia. I think it makes more sense for their kits if I take out Lydia and put in Gurptuk. So that is what we're going to do today. As for right now, I'm just kind of doing some daily stuff, and in a little bit, we will start building the man Gurptuk. Once we get some people in chat. Definitely feels like a down week for Raid Shadow Legends. People were definitely hyped last week for Titus. This week, it just feels like everybody's on summer vacation. So, I'm using this opportunity to build Gurptuk. And tomorrow, if you check your Plarium play schedule, we're going to have a free gear removal. Nobody talked about it. Right here, we have a free gear removal tomorrow. I wouldn't have known, except I accidentally came across it. I don't usually look at the Plarium play schedule, but once in a while I do, and this time it happened to pay off. So I'm definitely going to be looking at a lot of my builds and seeing if I can improve them without having to use a whole bunch of silver. All right. I am in gold 2 for Tag Team Arena for the first time this week. Tag Team Arena has definitely gotten much easier over the course of the last month or so, whenever the update was. I didn't even struggle getting into Gold 2, to be honest. It was pretty easy, surprisingly. Because it used to be tough to get into Gold 1. Like, I could do it fairly comfortably, but the battles were kind of tough. The battles weren't that tough getting into Gold 2. So it makes me consider, do I want to try to get into Gold 3? It's a possibility, but not an easy one. But it's only Tuesday, so I'm just taking the easy battles early in the week. I know a lot of people don't really even play Tag Team Arena. They just kind of do their 5 daily battles or whatever, but I do like to get the rewards personally. I always get every shard available plus the energy. So every week I get 300 energy. In fact, I'll be getting that in about an hour and a half. And then I also get the blue shard. Every week I get the purple shard, the void shard every other week. And then once every 4 weeks, I can get a sacred shard. And so pretty much playing all my battles, and then I usually buy a refill or two for personal CVC, and then I can get the Sacred Shard pretty easily. How's everybody's week going? What are you doing in Raid this week? Are you excited for free gear removal tomorrow? Are you doing Siege? My clan, it feels like everybody's on vacation or something. Nobody's really even fighting today. I don't know what's going on. I think everybody just kind of mentally checked out of the game this week. Maybe that is because there's a lot going on in other gacha games this week. I know that Hell Hades game, there's going to be an alpha run tomorrow. I did sign up for the alpha run, but I am in wave 2, so I don't get to play with it tomorrow for Godforge. And I know that Dragonair came back. I don't know how hyped that really is. I know a lot of people got paid to do advertisements for them, but I don't know if people are actually enjoying the new Dragonair or if it's all just hype. And then a game that I used to play a lot, Watcher of Realms, I guess they're having their 2nd anniversary, from what I understand, but I'm not really interested in playing that game again just because it takes too much time, and Raid takes too much time, and it's hard to play 2 games that play too much time. Grinding Minnow, what are you trying to get Minnow rated for? Who are you building? Oh, you're building Gurptuk tonight. I don't know who else I really want to build right now. I know I want to work on a lot of my current best champions, see if I can get them even better. We did rebuild a couple champions last week, got them faster, and that really helped a lot. Let's see. I am still kind of low on silver, but I'm doing a little bit better. Last week, I got a little more speed on Empress and Carnage, and it really made a difference. Getting an extra 10-20 speed on kind of slower champions really helps. I mean, with Carnage, I threw on this triple roll accuracy banner, and that made a huge difference on my account. And then Empress got a little bit faster, actually a decent amount faster, 262. I mean, they were both at like 230, 240. Deacon, nice. I've never used Deacon a lot, other than he was in my Demon Lord team for a while. But like, that's not really something that I look at, you know? Like, he's in the team, you auto click, and that's about it. But I've never really played with him other than on uh like free to play second accounts and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work on Gurptuk Moss-Beard. Basically, he's a goofy champion that is kind of annoying in that he throws poisons on your own team, which is incredibly annoying and stupid, but it makes your team more powerful, which is really weird. Because of his passive, allies under poison debuffs inflict 7.5% more damage for each poison debuff on them. And so that stacks up to 30%, but really it's typically going to be 22.5 because he places 3 poison debuffs on all allies for 3 turns, and then he throws out the block buffs. And that's why he's probably going to be replacing Lydia in the team. I'm not sure exactly how to set him up for Hydra. I'm going to have to figure that out tomorrow. Obviously, I already did my runs last week, and he's not even booked yet. I definitely need to get him booked, but I'm gonna wait until personal CVC this time to book him. But that's okay. Uh, I do have a 5-star blessing on him, so I threw on Miracle Heal, try to just make sure nothing stupid happens and my team doesn't die. It hasn't really been a problem with these Titus teams. They're so well shielded, but because of the poisons, I'm afraid of what that could possibly do. So we're going to get some extra heals. I did put a Gilded Dragonstone on just because it gives him a little bonus resistance. And I also threw on a couple of gemstones with extra healing, extra accuracy, potential. For his masteries, I mostly stole this from, I think, a Cruisin video. I changed a few little things that I I didn't want to mess up the team with. I just completely avoid cycle magic. I'm not messing with that annoyance on the team. So basically, he needs to go pretty fast, and he needs accuracy and resistance. Now, fortunately, he not only has a nice blessing, but I also have uh, pretty good, uh, pretty good area bonuses. Basically, almost completed the area bonuses for Hydra. So he's already got a bonus of 80 and 80 for resistance and accuracy. So I haven't even put a piece of gear on him. He's already got 361 resistance and 245 accuracy. So as long as I get a little bit more resistance and a little bit more accuracy, we should be good to go. And that'll be easy enough to get because I'm going to try to put him in protection. Hopefully we have that available. See, fitting room, equipped. Hopefully we don't have to steal anything. Hopefully this won't be too difficult. I don't have great Ogrym tribes, so I probably don't have any protection stuff put on very many of these champions. And that's correct. I have one 5-star ring on Skullbreaker, or Skull Crusher, I mean. So that's not going to really be a problem. We just want something that's going to probably help keep him alive. Let's see. I would prefer 6-star if we can get that. Honestly, it's probably fine. Probably doesn't matter. I would rather, let's see. Probably just go defense just to kind of keep him alive without making his HP too high. Actually, I take that back. His HP can be fine. Titus's HP can't be too high. So let's just take we'll take the HP ring, even though it's not built at all. All right, let's go to the amulet. It would be nice if we got something with. We need a little bit of accuracy more than well, we need accuracy and resistance. We have some things with both. We'll probably just try that. It'll probably be fine. And then resistance or accuracy with speed will work for the banner. Let's see. Do we have either? We might not have those as options. Let's see. We don't have either. What kind of protection banners do we have? We've got attack. We've got HP. Well, let's see if anything hits speed. That is what is going to matter the most. Can we hit some speed? We got one there. Can we get a second roll? Not there. Let's try this one. Okay, we got a roll on each of those. I can try these. Can I get a double roll, please? I'm hitting single rolls on everything. That's crazy. Really? Is this even possible? Okay, we got a double roll finally on an attack banner. Let's see. Technically, I could still hit another roll here. This would be more protective. I mean, any of them will probably be fine. We'll just take... You know what? We can glyph this one better. We'll try that one. Not a big difference. All right. So now we need... Hopefully we have some protection boots that we can even use. There we go. Let's see. Let's go unequipped. We don't really need that. Probably want to steal something. I need accuracy, really, if I can get it. We can probably steal from her. She's not that important to anything. And she definitely doesn't need accuracy on her kit. Well, she can use it, but I'm not depending on Rector Draft for anything too important. So let's see. I would prefer HP percentage. What did I click? Oh. We want speed. Definitely. Oh, that's not bad. We could just steal this accuracy banner from Rector Draft. I'll just have to rebuild her, but I don't care about that. That's pretty good. Let's see what's the fastest I can get. I can steal this, but that's defense. This would be actually faster, but we'd lose resistance. This is a really good banner. It's got accuracy and resistance on it. I'll probably just steal that from Rector Draft. And then the gauntlets. Let's see. I want speed. I would love accuracy. I know that he's already missing some gear. So if we steal more, it really won't hurt him. Okay. So we're already at 210 speed, which is pretty good. And honestly, that's probably enough accuracy and almost enough resistance when we factor in our bonuses, but we're getting very close. And we'll just see what we can find up top. Are there any good pieces that we would like to use? I'd probably steal that from Skull Crusher. I don't even know what I used him for. Probably Cursed City. All right, so it's definitely enough accuracy. Not totally sure about the resistance. Resistance kind of needs to be high. Oh, that's a really good piece. We got triple roll of speed plus resistance. We'll take that, and that just leaves our shield. Let's see. We can probably pretty much take anything. We can take that. That would get us to 257 speed, which is fine for my team. And plenty of resistance and accuracy. Now I just need to equip that. And then I need to bump these up to at least 12. Okay, we got a speed roll and some HP percentage. Defense or HP is fine. Attack doesn't really matter. He's not doing the damage. And we got a roll of each. That's fine. What about ascensions? Can we hit accuracy or resistance? Resistance, nice if we need it. How about this one? HP percentage, fine. And nothing special there or there. That's probably fine. Let's see here. So for our Hydra battles, he would be 56k HP, 4000 defense. That's real solid. 518 resistance, 443 accuracy with 283 speed. Honestly, that's a really good build. That's with 9 pieces of protection. And so the only real question is going to be, does he really work with the team? We'll find that out tomorrow night. Well, I am really low on glyphs. I don't want to waste anything too special on this build if I don't have to. Let's see. Just doing some minimal glyphing. I don't really, probably don't even need to do this. But it won't hurt either. Just throw 3-star speed glyphs on. And a little bit of resistance won't hurt. Same thing here. Honestly, he's built above and beyond what he needs to be built as. That's fine. Just wasting all these 3-star glyphs. There we go. Finally got a +2 at least. And yeah, he's overcooked, but that's fine. Better to be overcooked than undercooked. And there we go. Pretty easy build on Gurptuk Moss-Beard. In the end, after all that, let's see, we're up to 56k HP, 4000 defense on the nose, 292 speed, 536 resistance, 455 accuracy. That is plenty. That would be plenty enough for Nightmare, but our other champions aren't really built for Nightmare. So we'll probably just run it on Brutal. I might try it on Nightmare just to see if it works. I feel like I probably don't have the resistance necessary. Part of me wants to try Owella in the team. That'll probably be for another time. But for now, we got Gurptuk going. And I just used my daily 1 hour of gear removal. But tomorrow we've got free gear removal, so no big deal there. So I'm just going to be looking at champions like this. I'm thinking a lot of people probably got this guy today. I know that Hell Hades did. He's amazing. I love having him on my team. Let's see. Let's see if we can improve this chess piece. Probably not, but you never know. Let's see. Defense percent. Equipped. Can we find anything with speed, crit rate, and crit damage in Stone Skin? Let's see. We would lose too much crit rate here. What would happen if we stole Marius's? Well, that would make him a lot faster. That's not a big deal. Now, how about the boots? Let's see. Got a good amount of crit rate, good amount of crit damage, and their defense percent. It's definitely the kind of boot we want. Be nice if we got more crit damage. We don't necessarily even need speed boots. If we got like some insane defense percent boots, the speed, crit rate, crit damage, something like that. Maybe with more speed rolls. Ooh. Not really. Not really good enough. Can we find a better speed boot? Probably not. Let's see what we can find. Crit rate, crit damage, defense percent. Not very many on my entire account. Strangely enough. Ooh. That'd be great for a HP percent champion. Let's see. How about these reflex boots? That would add a lot of speed and crit rate, but really hurts us where we want it. Yeah, nothing really special there. Okay. All right, so Gurptuk is done. My clan has not been trying very hard on Siege this week. Not sure what's going on, but looks like we've battled an entire 4 outposts. I don't know. I don't know if everybody's gone or on vacation this week. I know one person is at camp. I don't know. Haven't really heard from people. Usually, by this time, we would be at least fighting the stronghold. I don't think that these teams are incredibly scary. I mean, we don't even have to fight that post. That's not a good team. I don't know. I don't know where everybody is this week. I feel like everybody in Raid decided to take a vacation and they didn't tell me. I don't know why. Personally, I'm running a lot of Sand Devil for the Sand Devil tournament, trying to complete that for sure. Because I am really low on dust and oils and extracts. So I have been running Gear Ascension tournament today. Might do Spider tomorrow. I'm really not doing the event dungeon. The event dungeon is just not exciting me right now. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's just kind of quiet this week. I feel like the content creators are real quiet this week. I think everybody just got really hyped about Titus last week. We put in all of our effort toward Titus. And then everybody decided to take this week off. There's no Titan event. There's no special event. So I think people are just kind of chilling this week. Not very excited about the game. I think that Raid kind of dropped the ball this week. Now maybe that's not a terrible thing. Oh, that team just failed. This team does fail sometimes. It's real annoying. I hate watching my team fail. I know that people get burnt out in this game, and maybe they're just giving them a breather. And that's fine. It's just real boring to me. I never really get burnt out in the game. Other than when I pull a bunch of shards and I get nothing for it. That's the only time I get really annoyed in the game. Like if I pull 20 sacred shards and I don't get one legendary, that's when I get frustrated in the game. But like I like having stuff to do. Yeah, I have been trying to do more live arena. I kind of like live arena, except I don't know why I always get put up against like people with a lot of points. I don't get why. Like there can only be so many people ahead of me, and there should be a lot more people behind me, but I'm always going up against Krakens and like people with like full teams of mythicals, and not just the free mythicals, but like all the crazy mythicals. I'm always going against them. I'm not going against easy teams. So there's that problem, which I can kind of deal with because eventually you get to go against weaker teams. But I don't like the times for the live arena. Two of the times are like before I wake up and as I'm trying to go to sleep. One is at daily reset when I'm just trying to do my dailies. And then the other is in the middle of the day, and hopefully I can do that one, you know? Like that's the problem with live arena. I wish they were during better times or just all the time. I don't know why they think that we wouldn't just play it all day. They haven't even tried that. They say they tested it. I don't know. But like now would be a great time. Now would be a great time for me personally to be doing live arena late in the evening, but not when I'm trying to go to sleep. But I do have 284 seasonal points. We're only a few days into the season. I pretty much took last month off. I mean, I only got a couple hundred points just from like doing the daily battle last time. But the time before, I got like 1,000 points or something. I got this. I got like the gold pull, but I didn't get anything good out of it. I didn't make it all the way to the 1320. So I'm trying this month. But yeah, it's hard to get the battles in all the time. Like I always get my daily in, and I think I've only had one day this season where I haven't done at least 10, if not 15 or 20 battles. So I'm doing okay on live arena. I really don't like the times. Yeah, I'm glad that they made live arena more accessible though. Like it was pretty lame when only the best players were playing it. I wish they didn't make people play it every day because it's time limited and you have to play it during the times that they selected. And you know, there might be somebody that only plays raid like a few hours, you know, only plays it a few hours a day, but it's not during their select times and they just can't do live arena, and that's pretty dumb. But I am personally trying to get this Prism shard pull. I have no mythical relics. I have a decent number of legendaries. Not an insane number, but I have a decent number of legendaries. I have a ton of. I need to turn more of my relics into food. I need to work on that a little bit. Because I need to make the relics that I'm using. I need to make them a higher level. All right, let's see what we can get here. Arachne Elixir, which is good, but I already have one on my Calvalax. If we go to my collection, equipped, I have, let's see, I've got 5 wands. And I still need to figure out who I want to put that one on. And I really don't think that that's the best usage for that wand, but I like giving him the HP and the speed. That's the only reason why I put it on him. And then I've got 1 Cat's Gaze, 1 Temporal Stagnator, and 1 Gilded Pinion. So I guess I have 8 legendary. Which one did you get, Jerry? Yeah, I haven't had like insane luck. What I really want is there's one for Volcanos that's insane. What's it called? If we go look at the index, Skull of Treason. HP burn debuffs placed by the wearer deal 10% more damage to enemies with higher max HP. I desperately would love to get a Skull of Treason, but it's probably just not going to happen. I would love to get that one. I think that they need to bring back ones from special events. Like, if we could get more Cat's Gazes, that kind of thing, that would be really nice. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So, the Forge Pass, I'm really tempted to buy. I haven't spent money in the game in 2-3 years. I don't even remember. It's been forever. But this is a good one. Slayer gear. I would love to get some really good Slayer gear. So I'm thinking about it. I probably won't, but I am thinking about it. Technically, I don't have a free-to-play account because I did spend a little bit of money a long time ago, so I wouldn't ruin my free-to-play status. So that's not really an issue. But I don't really love spending on the game either. But I'm thinking about it. Let's see here. I've been updating my Cursed City teams to be like as efficient as possible. I try to make the runs faster. So a lot of Cursed City stuff, I'll just throw in 1 or 2 nukers. See if I can get through it as quick as possible. Like Othorion just kind of pretty much soloed that. I do a lot of that now. Marius can solo just about everything that Marius is available for. Especially on normal, but even on hard if it's not Soulcross. Thor can do the same. Tholan can do the same. And that covers a lot of territory. Supreme Elhain is pretty good for this kind of thing. Anybody buy Prism shards? I haven't seen our resident Kraken in chat in a little while, but I bet that he bought a bunch. Because I know how desperately he wanted Volcanos. And really, with a 2% shot, on average, it would take about 50 prisms, 50 prism pulls to get him. For a Kraken, that's not that bad. How much does a pull cost anyway? Let's see. So you need... Let's see, you need 40 for a summon. The 2% chance. Let's see. So you can get a little more than 5 summons on average for 50 bucks. So it's about a little less than 10 bucks a pull. 50 pulls, 500 bucks. Oh yeah. This is almost automatic for Krakens. Like if you had insanely bad luck, you'd have to spend 1,000 bucks and you'd get them, right? Plus you'd be getting all these other champions along the way. Preva's new. I'm sure some people would want to get Preva. Cheshire. I would love to get Cheshire. Personally. I mean, I would take a few more. I've got 2 Duchesses. I have Helicath, at least one. I got 2 Kymars, at least 1 Hefrak, at least 2 Withers. I've got Sishia, but I would love to get. I would take a Preva. I would love Cheshire, and I wouldn't mind a few more, to be honest. This is a really good summon pool, though. I don't know if this is more expensive than normal or if this price is pretty much set. But I think that any big spender that doesn't have few more, who doesn't have few more +4, they're definitely spending whatever it takes to get one. I would if I was a big spender. Easy, because Cheshire is really good too. I mean, the big spenders are gonna have everybody else except for Preva, who is very new, I think, at least relatively new. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of few mores. I know that Hell Hades, he only did like a 10 pull and got him, so he just got lucky. He's just a whale. He's not even a Kraken. Really? Was that for a prism pull? Or was that just like a progressive chance? You're just a whale though, right? You're not quite the Kraken. I don't know at what point somebody becomes a Kraken. Did you get your avatar this week, Thunda? Did it finally happen for you? For weren't you looking for a plat avatar, or is that someone else? These bad boys right here. Looks like I still need my Lamasu avatar. I don't even know who this is. Is this a champion in the game? Some of these avatars, I don't even know who they are. Okay. Did you finish plat though, at least? You got. Hey, I would take Cheshire from Prism. He's really good. I would love to get Cheshire Cat. He scares me. When I try to ban him as often as I can in live arena. He's terrifying. Marius feels like such a cheat in this game sometimes. Okay. I thought you were always trying for plat. Sneaking in works. Not for me. I won't be doing any sneaking anytime soon. Maybe when I finally pull a mythical, I can pull a Nell. Then maybe I can do a little sneaky. It's got to happen someday. I got to pull a mythical someday. Can't keep me down forever, game. We got Gurptuk built earlier. Gonna try to sneak him into the team. Pretty easy to build, to be honest. Got 9 pieces of protection. With my full Hydra bonuses, got him up to 292 speed, 536 resistance, and 455 accuracy. That's plenty for what I want to do with him, pretty sure. The real question is going to be, where can I slot him into this team to make the team better? I'm probably going to take out Lydia. That's probably the first thing I'm going to test, at least. I think that's probably the slot where he fits in best. The best relic for Marius in live arena? Probably Cat's Gaze. But Wand is good too. Like, those are 2 great options. I put Cat's Gaze because I'm trying to get more damage. But he does get sheeped a lot. Like, whenever I go up against an Armons, they pretty much automatically try to sheep my Marius. So you're not wrong for going with Wand, but I use him everywhere and I like that damage. He's on my Nightmare Hydra team. He's in like basically almost every dungeon team. He's on my Shogun team, my Sand Devil team, not my Fire Knight team, but he probably should be. He's on my Dragon team, my Spider team, my Ice Golem team, my Event Dungeon team, my Minotaur team, my Minotaur solo plus feeder team. He's not in my Iron Twins team. He's strangely kind of slowed that down. He's on my Doom Tower wave team. He's on a lot of my Doom Tower boss teams. So I prefer him in Cat's Gaze. Slayer. Okay, so for Slayer, yeah, he does need 6 pieces for ignore 30% of defense. But you still get good stats from 4 pieces. I mean, I could probably turn that into lethal or I mean, basically any of the other sets. I like having him in Stone Skin though. And I just happen to have really good Slayer pieces specifically for him. But yeah, you do need 6 pieces for ignoring 30% defense. So maybe I should switch that out. I don't know. This works really well though. I mean, you get the crit rate, the crit damage, the speed, turn meter fill. How many siege wins are we at? Whoa, hang on. I don't know. We've won most of our sieges. I know that. Is that what this is? Is that 16 siege wins? Yeah. Yeah, 16. I don't know how many total there have been. We've only lost 1 or 2. And then we've had a couple where like neither team could take the stronghold. I don't know how many sieges there have been. 20-ish, I think. But this is our first time in tier 6. So I don't know what's going on. Nobody's fighting. I asked why nobody's fighting, and nobody's replying as to why nobody's fighting. I think just everybody decided to go on summer break the same day. I know that Siege started last summer. I want to say it was about this time. I want to say it was late July. Right around this time. I don't remember exactly. It might have been August. Might have been July. So there's probably been 25, 26 sieges. I don't know, somewhere around that. Oh, only 19? Yeah. Unfortunately, my clan isn't always so organized that we even good at tanking. We tried to tank on Christmas last year, and like half the clan didn't get the memo, and half the clan didn't like understand what tanking meant, like to actually lose fights. Some thought like, oh, as long as we don't outscore them, that's enough. It was a mess. Not everybody in my clan is like super advanced, so I haven't really pushed for that kind of thing. I kind of thought about it this week. At this rate, I don't even need to because nobody's even attacking. Maybe they will tonight. You never know. You never know with this clan. Silver 1 in tier 5, something like that. Let's see. What are the tiers even now? Tier 5. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a big jump from tier 5 to tier 6. I mean, from tier 4, it's 630 to 1200 to 2100. So, yeah, I mean, if you're pretty early, if you're a pretty young clan, but you just keep winning, it doesn't take that long to jump up in tiers. That's weird. Most enemy clans aren't even participating in Siege? Really? Like, Siege is the easiest thing in the world to do. Most people have to do 2 fights. Can you do 4 fights in a month? That's like 4 minutes of your life per month. And you get sweet feral gear. I love feral gear. You're getting great gear for free. Look at all this feral gear. And it's mostly gold. And if somehow we do anything in this siege, we're going to start getting mythical gear for free. What are people thinking? I love the feral gear. You can throw them on almost anybody. Free accuracy, free speed. It's like perception on crack. Like perception is great, and feral is 10 times greater. Why would you not do siege? It costs you nothing. It costs you no resources. And you already have arena teams built. You just slightly rearrange things to put in speed in all battles. And like, yeah, the top clans are brickier. Like they come up with battle plans where they're, messing with like the different bonuses and stuff and the traps. But that's like 1% of clans. Like so few clans give a rip about that kind of thing. And honestly, traps are a little bit overrated because you set you set them off and then they're useless after that. I know that some people just don't like Hydra, and so they don't even bother. But yeah, I mean, you can, like, if you're decent at the game, if you can do your 3 keys, even if they're low level, yeah, I mean, you can do the auto. Hydra now, until this Titus champion came out, Hydra's taken me 5 minutes a week because sometimes I would have to uh sometimes something would fail and I'd have to rerun it. And it does take like a minute for it to calculate, and then I have to think about what I want to do. Sometimes it would take me 3 minutes. Titus is changing everything. Just because I want to tinker with it. But even then, I'm still running it on auto when I'm not looking. Yeah, I honestly, for Hydra Clash, most clans, all you really need to do, if you're like end game ish, is get your 1.2 billion points, get your 3 keys, get your 3 top chests, and then who cares? Like I'm only doing this Titus thing because it's kind of fun, but it doesn't matter because let's say I go from, you know, I ran it on brutal, I get 1.74 billion. So that gives me like 5 billion clash points. Well, let's say I double this and I add 5 billion more clash points to my clan's score. All that's going to do is make it harder for us next week. So it doesn't matter. Get your 1.2 billion points if you can. Auto run and then just improve your team over time, and who cares? It's not that hard to do. It's like people that miss doing their Demon Lord run. Why? You can do your Demon Lord run in 2 minutes, probably 1 minute. You just go boom, auto click, boom, auto click, Ultra Nightmare, done. Come back tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think that they can undo Clash. I think they probably should. I think that they should just make this what matters and forget about the competition, but they won't because this is what the big clans are spending money on. They're gonna want to improve their Titus teams. They're gonna want to improve their Trunda teams still. They're gonna try to make their Titus +4. They're gonna make 2 Titus teams and a Trunda team or whatever. It's much easier to build Titus. So that's all they care about is what the big spenders are gonna do. But this is kind of dumb. Like we're gonna win this week probably because of my Titus team. But next week we're just gonna have a harder competition because somebody else is gonna have Titus too. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I have a hard time caring about Chimera. I've had pretty much the same Chimera team since the first week. I mean, I tinkered with it a little bit, but this has pretty much been my team. I don't have Elba. If I did, she'd be in my team. I don't have Senna. If I did, she'd pretty much be in my team. I haven't really figured out a Titus team yet for this that works for me, but Titus isn't really built for trials. But they're not going to do an auto key for a while. Maybe in a year, maybe in 2 years. It took them a while to do it for the other 2 clan bosses. And they're not going to make a 4th clan boss probably ever. Hey, Mary, just it's not that fun. It's not that exciting. You have to have very specific champions. Maybe they need to just come out with more Chimera fusion champions. Make it more interesting. I know, like, the big time spenders, they have good teams and stuff, but you need very specific champions to do it. Like the Demon Lord, there's like 300 champions that you could use for that, right? Like you can use like almost any damage dealer. And now we have tons of options for, unkillable, block damage. Now the Titus team, Wixwell has been running amok for the last year. Hydra, there's so many teams. There's only two that matter now. Trunda and Titus are the only teams really that like put up the big points. But for getting the top chests, there's a lot of options. I wasn't running a crazy Trunda team, and I was still getting the points before Titus. Yeah, Thunda is right. Unfortunately, I ran my Chimera team earlier today, so I can't show the specifics. But when I was first building the team, I did run into the problem that Pythion had the lowest crit damage, but then I switched it up, so I think Lydia has the lowest crit damage. That is true. I didn't know about the not the highest defense. I didn't know that. I guess I must have. Well, I didn't run into that problem because my nukers are both defensive nukers. I didn't actually know that. That's good information. Your reviver can't have the highest defense. Good to know. Both of my defensive nukers or both of my nukers need high defense, so I never ran into that problem. Yeah, he's got a pretty new account. How close are you to Lydia, Jerry? I never did check that when I was on your account. Okay. Strangely, since they did the rework to Chimera, my team always looks like it's closer to death than it used to be, but my scores have been slightly higher. My Nightmare team died with a few turns left, so that's a little bit lower, but this is one of my higher brutal scores. I don't know. I don't think there were huge differences. I don't know if other people noticed like a major change. I felt like they were very minor tweaks, at least to my account. 850? What do you need? Like 9 something? Let's see. Crypt keys. You need 945. Okay. Got a little bit of work to do, but you're getting there. For me, I remember I finished Faction Wars like 3 years ago, but I do remember that once I started knocking them down, it was like I got like 6 factions done in a week. Like they just got easier and easier and easier, just like all at the same time. Like I was filling up my factions all at like about the same rate. I know that some were harder than others. Like Shadowkin was really hard because I didn't have a reviver. I had to kind of do some kind of weird cheese strategy to get through Shadowkin. And then I think Lizardman, I had like nothing for a while. But once you get toward the end, it gets a lot easier. Now I'm at 441 on hard. I have been trying. I did finally get a reviver for both my orc faction and my shadowkin. I built both of those today. Sacred Order. I just remembered that I stole some pieces from Santa. I need to rebuild Santa. Yeah, I wouldn't want to depend on Gamaran. I just built the Epic Reviver from Shadowkin. I think I built Kinagashi because I got a 5-star soul for her. So I've got her on the team now. Yeah. Shadowkin's a weird faction for Faction Wars. I mean, unless you pull Toshiro or Harima or something. I'm still waiting on my Harima. I forget what it was, but I feel like it's one of these rare chicks had like a weird unkillable or something. I don't remember. Yeah, I had trouble with Shadowkin for sure. It's real tough without a reviver, and I don't like ally protection teams. I never have. Like I hate running Taragi. Never liked Taragi the Froggy, but kind of have to use him, or Hatatsu, or Kyoku now I have on the team, but I really don't like doing that. Having a reviver is so much easier. Let's see. So I got my Cursed City keys in. I'm thinking about making the push for Tag Team Arena 3 just to see if I can do it. It was just so easy to get into Gold 2. I feel like just maybe I could make it to Gold 3. But I don't know. Probably be easier if I pulled like a crazy mythical champion just to make like one team an automatic win. Hopefully we find out about the next fusion soon. We just need something to talk about in the game. Like, I feel like all the content creators are just kind of short on content right now. Everybody built Titus last week. Pretty much everybody has kind of the same ideas. There are a good number of options, but you kind of have to have Wixwell. Not totally, but pretty much. Certainly a lot easier with Wixwell. But there's just nothing going on. Just a bunch of dumb tournaments. Like, kind of pick your poison with the tournaments right now. Do you want to do the spider? Do you want to do a champ training? You know, I would love to get the 5-star Groucho soul, but I don't think I'm ever going to do a champ training tournament expecting to win. I tried one time about 2 months ago for the Lydia soul. I got sniped. I got sniped real hard. don't think I'll ever try that again unless I can save a couple thousand books, you know? Never gonna happen. You got to silver. Well, they made it a lot easier, so you should be able to progress a lot faster now. I had a problem when I first started the game. Classic Arena was basically broken. It was impossible to move up very far, very fast. Like it was I could barely get into gold 1. And then they made a switch in how they calculated some things. They added in some bots, and like basically the next day I got into gold 5. Like within a couple hours of playing Arena, I just shot right up. They should probably do that for tag team, to be honest. All they did was add some extra slots, basically made it twice as easy to get, if you're struggling to get into silver 1, now it's easier to get into silver 1, and you'll probably struggle to get into 2 or 3. All they did is double the numbers, I think. But I am considering, right now I guess I'm top 15,000. Could I be top 8,000? Maybe. Do I want to put in the work? Maybe. But it was very easy for me to get into gold 2. Very easy. So I'm thinking about it. Yeah. My Lydia's a 2. I think I bought the 2nd star. And that was probably 2 years ago or a long time ago. I don't know how long the blessings have been in the game. Feels like it's been a while now. You must have started about the same time as me. Cuz I got my Lydia I think 3 summers ago. Well, it was just after the summer. I feel like it was like September or October. So I'd been playing the game for a little over a year. But yeah, once you get like real close, it suddenly becomes real easy for some reason. Oh, you almost have Quintus. You'll probably find him more useful than I do. He can be very good in Hydra, but I don't need him there. He can be okay in Arena, but he's not the best. I only use him in Sand Devil. And I only use him in Sand Devil because he has an irresistible decreased defense. You're close to Lammasu. That's nice. I don't think I even showed it on stream yet, but I pretty much took my Hydra Titus team and I took out one champion and I made a new clan boss team out of it with 0 effort. I'll show it as soon as this game unfreezes. So this is my new whoops. This is my new Demon Lord team. Wixwell, Emic, Hatter, Lamassu, Titus. Basically, it's my Titus Hydra team minus Lydia with absolutely no speed tuning. And it puts up like 2 billion on hard and like 1 billion on brutal and a 500 million on nightmare and 2 to 300 million on ultra nightmare. I don't think it's even set up right. I put 1% of my brain into this team and it just kind of worked. Yeah, I don't think I have my team set up right. I think otherwise it would do even better. I don't think I have the right it's definitely not speed tuned. And I don't think I have the setup correct. And it just kind of works. And the only reason why I did it is because sometimes my regular team, which is a myth air team, sometimes it would fail on spirit affinity, and that was kind of annoying. So I was like, I'll just try this. And I put almost no effort into it, and it just puts up silly numbers. Like my clanmate, he does something similar, and he puts up better numbers than I do. But I think that not enough people have talked about how easy this team is. I need to figure out my settings a little bit better on it, though. If I do, I'll probably make a video out of it. But it's not speed tuned at all. It's just the team doesn't die. Like the Demon Lord cannot kill past those shields. But the Demon Lord is dead content. Like it's been dead content for a couple years, but now it's just like silly. Imagine if there was a Demon Lord clash, though. I'm surprised they haven't done that. But it's just not that team. It's just this team take out Lydia. And my Lamassu is way too fast for this team. I think my team would be better if I fixed my Lamassu, but I like using her for arena. Yeah, I don't know if they'll ever do that. I don't know if people like Clash. I think that the top clans care about Clash. I don't know if they like it. I think that they realize how important it is to win. But I don't know if they enjoy spending an hour and a half on all their Hydra teams, perfecting their Trundas. Maybe. I imagine some people do. Bronco seems to like it. Personally, I like those instant battles. Let's see. I'm out of tag arena. Nice. How much did your Hydra team do this week? Hey, Justin. You haven't built the team yet? I don't have Brogny. But once you work on it, your numbers are gonna skyrocket. I mean, my Clash, I was doing like 3 billion, maybe 3.2 billion on Clash. And then this week I did 7.29 billion. So I added like 4 billion Clash points from my Titus team. And gonna see if I can improve that next week. That's what I built my Gurptuk for. See if I can slot him into the team, make him better. 44.92 million on Brutal. Well, let me tell you, that is something I only could have dreamed of 6 months into the game. I was about 5 months into the game when Hydra came out, and I was lucky to get the novice chest. But there weren't Hydra champions yet. Not Hydra specific champions. And I definitely didn't have what I needed. I did not even have a Shamail at the time. I had a ninja, and he either did the damage quickly or he did not. When Hydra first came out, there was not even a refresh, like a regroup. Well, you could quit. If you quit in time, you could regroup. But if you crashed out, like if you got wiped, your run was over and you couldn't regroup. And so sometimes you would just be out of luck. If your team wiped when you weren't looking, if you didn't stop it in time, better luck next week. They brought Ninja back last summer. You should have been playing last summer. Maybe they'll bring him back again in another 2 years. I think that they should bring Ninja back again, or bring Rhonda back again. They can bring, I think Wukong might even still be a free champion. I don't know. There's so many promotions now for new players. I started during the first Ninja promotion. Just coincidentally. I didn't even know about it until like it was almost over. The Soul Shop needs to give me anything I care about. There's never anything that I remotely care about in the Soul Shop. It takes forever. It can go months without showing me anything from my wish list. I don't care about epics. I just want my legendary top champions to show up, and they never do. I feel like if this is my great raid conspiracy theory, is that if you have something in your wish list, your legendary wish list, I feel like it's less likely that it's going to show up in the Soul Merchant shop. I think that they make you wait extra long. That is my conspiracy theory. I can't prove it. I haven't done the math. I just know that I waited months and months and months, and my champions don't show up. I think the wish list is a scam. I never get anything legendary from my wish list showing up in the Soul Merchant. And 8x is not enough. There's like 250 legendary champions, and you can get 4 at a time. That's 8 per day. But they're not showing up. The champions that I want are not showing up monthly. I can tell you that much. It's just not happening. But the same stupid champions, Drang will show up like once a week. I don't know if anybody's tracking that kind of thing. I don't know if everybody gets the same. Do you guys have the same souls show up as me? I don't know. I don't know if that's different for everybody. Is your shop the same as mine? Mythicals need to be purchasable. Why not? The Krakens will buy it. I mean, you still have to get the coins somehow. It's kind of ridiculous though that you can just have a mythical and pull 1,000 soulstone summons and get nothing for it. Yeah, 2.5 months. So if you want to buy a 6-star soul for a champion that you love, it's going to take you 1.5 years. That's stupid. I don't want to wait 1.5 years to make my champion good. They call it blessings, but you have to have them, which to me has always felt like a curse. Yes, it makes old content easier anytime you get something good. You know, you can make spider fast, you make dragons fast, but you have to have a soul for a champion to be useful at all in Arena or Hydra or Chimera or Cursed City. It's not a blessing. You have to have it. It's a blessing for Plarium because they make more money because you got to buy your soul stones. Are you saying 2 to 5 months or 2.5 months? Either way, it's just, it takes way too long. There needs to be mythicals need to be available, and there needs to be double the number of legendaries, and they need to be on a fair rotation. Or you should be able to pin something. Like have it reset every day. Like I want to keep buying the same champion soul. So like I want Newt. I am 3-star. I can buy a 4-star today, a 5-star tomorrow, and a 6-star the next day. I got the coins, let me buy it. Yeah, my font is just too small. I can't read the difference between a comma and a period and a dash. I'm squinting here. I'm not blind, but my font is kind of small. I don't think I can adjust that. I can't drag that or anything. It's just the YouTube Studio font. Yeah, the rotation is dumb. If I got the coins, just let me buy it. Like, can you imagine any other store in the world operating like this? Like, you have to show up twice a day. Be like, do you have the thing I want? Ah, you just never know. Like, if you wanted to buy a phone, you have to show up at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. every day. Like, you have the phone I want? Oh, we have it in orange, but we don't have it in purple. Come back tomorrow. That's not something I know about. Let's see, I think I did my passes. Uh, Problem with Plarium is they only listen when the players are so outraged that they stop spending money. And that's pretty rare. Like, when I think of them acting on something fairly quickly, it's like when they came out with Primal Shards, and even the Krakens were like, this is too expensive, I'm going to wait. They listen to that. But when it's something like, hey, you can improve this shop, they'll be like, our statistics say that people don't spend enough money for us to care about that. I mean, how long did it take them to fix? How long did it take them to come up with a token trader, execute it poorly, and then come up with this idea to rotate this every 6 months with a new trash champion? It took them like 3 years to come up with this system, and then another couple years to make it slightly less terrible, but still pretty terrible. I think that people are definitely not excited about Raid right now. People like Titus, but there's just competition right now, and Raid is not doing anything special. Watcher Realms is having an anniversary. Dragonair just came back. And Godforge is doing alpha runs. And they don't plan on fixing it at all. The reward for it isn't that good. Like, I don't think the champion is really insane. And most players are never going to get it. The Krakens did not enjoy hard faction wars. I don't know who it was for. Yeah, Titus is really fun, but the fact that pretty much everybody who possibly could get him got him pretty much does kill off Clash. Like, especially for like top players. I mean, they're all going to kind of do the same thing. It makes it a lot less interesting. I had a lot of fun building Titus, to be honest. Like, this was the most fun Hydra's ever been. But in 2 or 3 weeks, when everything is settled down, I'm probably just going to click auto battle and hope it works. And if it doesn't work, I will run it in the background and wait until I get a good run. And we'll be back where we started. It's a really cool champion. He does insane damage, but I'm not getting better rewards for having him. The only thing that we're getting is tougher competition. That's the only thing that we're really getting at it. It's not like I was struggling to get the 1.2 billion. I was fine without it. I wasn't going to skip him because he's insane. And it is fun watching him hit for 75 million per hit. And hopefully I can get it better, but that's not enough to keep interest in the game. I don't know. Oh, I got my free weeklies. Let's see here. Get my energy, get my blue shards. Got to run a little Sand Devil. I don't know. Have you guys tried out Dragonair? I played it the first time around for like 3 days, and it just wasn't something I wanted to play on my phone, but I did think it was fun. I was thinking about maybe playing on PC. Maybe I'll try it out again. I don't want to go back to Watcher of Realms, even though I had a stacked account, because it's just too much work. Ooh, another blue shard. Too much work to just keep up with all the little puzzles you got to solve. Like, it's not like Raid where you can just kind of throw in teams and they usually work. You had to have precision timing, and it would take like hours sometimes to solve like one round of something. I don't know. I didn't feel like I was solving anything either. I was just copying teams until it worked. But I love the graphics of Watchers. I love the champions. I loved my account. My account was killer. I liked the clan bosses, the guild bosses, but I didn't like. They had a thing called guild versus guild. I didn't like that. I don't know. I personally have enough time for another game. I know that's not everybody's reality. I could play another raid like game. I'd have time. I played Watcher Realms for a year and a half. I had plenty of time. I'd go back and forth between games on my phone, but that's just kind of how my life is. I just have the time. You played it for 6 months when it came out, but the reset new season is nothing. Yeah, the one thing I didn't like about Dragonair is I just never felt like I was getting new champions. And the thing I like about these games is champion collecting. It's the number one thing I like about gacha games. I like getting new champions in games. I like card collecting. When I was a kid, I collected baseball cards, basketball cards. I just always liked, like, oh, there's a new champion. Even if, like, I didn't really have to use them. Like, one thing about Raid right now is I use the same champions in so many areas. I showed you earlier, I use Marius everywhere. Marius and Newt are used in almost everything PvE. But I just like collecting champions. And that's what I liked about Watcher is I could collect almost everybody. I had like probably 80% of the legendary champions in the game, something like that. I had every epic, every rare. Well, I didn't keep every rare, but I had every epic fully built. And I had probably around 80% of the legendaries fully built. It, like, they don't have 800 champions like Ray does, but they had 200 some, 230. I had a great account, but I just couldn't keep up with all the work you had to do in the game. Let's see. Nobody's doing anything in Siege. This week might be a loss just because people are uninterested. Corvius Passion. I don't know anything about that. Let's see here. Attack, crit damage, defense, 15% shatter buff for 2 turns, 30% chance to place shatter. Okay. I forget what shatter does. Somebody told me recently. I forget. Who did you put it on? Dolan? Probably makes sense. Honestly, I'd rather have that legendary we were talking about. I really want the Skull of Treason more than I even want a mythical. Increases. That's right. Okay, I remember somebody showing me that. I think somebody showed me that. Maybe it was Jerry that sent me the image of what it does. Because I remember the image on a Discord somebody sent me. Yeah, well, you're not going to get Cat's Gaze right now. It was during the Alice event. So, unless they bring it back, you're not getting that. As far as I know. That was a limited time thing that hopefully they bring back. Just like Hatter's Reserve. See, like Chaos Awakes has 8. Alice's Adventure only had 2. Gaze of Damnation. Do I even have one of those? Wait, that's just a epic, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'm sure I have a few of those. Oh, let's see. I think I'll be able to finish this up tomorrow. The Sand Devil, the Ascension tournament. I'll probably do Spider, but I don't think I'm touching that champ training tournament. I really like to only do champ training during fusions if I can. Doing them during other events is just too taxing on the account. I like to just do them during fusions with brews as much as possible. Yeah, I heard something about them bringing back the relics, but I didn't hear anything definite. They definitely should. I hope they have a new event like Chaos Awakes soon. It was a good event. They need more. They should always have some kind of event going on and not just like a Titan event where you have to do a second fusion. Like doing a fusion, then doing a Titan event, then doing a fusion like we just had to do. That's what drains people. The thing they did at the beginning of June where like everybody contributed, they should always be doing that. That was fun and it was easy rewards. The Krakens went hard. The rest of us got good, easy, free rewards. That's the perfect thing. The perfect thing is when Krakens go hard and the rest of us get free stuff. Everybody's happy. It's not that complicated. Yeah. They'll give us all a free mythical relic, and it'll be like the worst one you've ever seen. Are you guys doing the Soul Chase tournament? I would not touch it. I haven't even looked at it. I think I opened it and I did the Homer Simpson coming out of the bushes, going back in the bushes right away thing. I was just like, there's nothing here for me to see. Twisted Thorns. I'm not wasting my soul stones on that. Only going to use my soul stones for things like Titan events or deck of fate events where you get free champion. Yeah, I've got a lot of 6-star champs too. Okay, let's see. I'm 2/3 done with this already. So probably tomorrow night I'll get to pull a Prism crystal. Last time I didn't even get to pull my Prism. I was waiting for a champ chase, but they just finished it on Thursday. Gave me my champion, which was an epic. But they stole my ability to pull it myself. Let's see. How many 6-star champions do I have on my account? $307. Few of them I still need to level up. That's what the sparring pit's for. 307. You got 419. I pretty much only build when I have to. Like, I'm not building rares. There's very few epics that I would care to build at this point. I'm only 6-starring stuff because I have to for champ training for fusions. With hard faction wars, there are probably a few more epics I need to build, but not for like normal content. But I'm not doing the event for it. I'm not doing the champ training, I mean, because I'm not going to win. Let me see what it's looking like, though. Oh, it hasn't started yet. I will look at it, but you have to win. You have to win. So what I would do is, if nobody's going for it, maybe on the last day I try to snipe it with some books or something, but probably not. I don't know. I tried building him last week, but I did not like the build I put on him at all. I don't know if he would improve my Chimera team as is. I might try to rebuild him and see if I can like take Nude out or something, but I don't know. Do I already have a star on him? I might have bought a star. I can't remember. Was that in the shop? No. Yeah, I got him. I built him so poorly, to be honest. I don't like the build at all. He's too slow. The crit damage is mid. Not even mid. That build is garbage. I'm going to take all that gear off him tomorrow. Soulbound. I think I've got a couple of those built. I've got 2 Soulbound Boyers with each have 2 stars on her. I used her for there is a mission for getting Who's that lizard man? There's a mission for Mon-Thur where you have to defeat every like mini boss of or mini stage secret room, I mean, every secret room in Doom Tower. So I built 2 of those into stun sets. Used them 1 time probably. And now they're just sitting in my vault. Okay. For the soul drinkers, I did the dumbest arena comp ever. Let's see. 1, 2. I'll show you. They're not built, so I won't run it. What was it? Gaius. So there's a comp with Gaius, who apparently needs to be built. So this is what you do. You get Gaius in there with 3 soul drinkers. When they get attacked, they all drop bombs. And then when he dies, all the bombs explode. And the other team dies, and technically you get a win. It is the dumbest composition ever. It works kind of like what people are doing with Calvalax, or what people do with the Rat King, where it's just like they never really get to go. But it's basically, or kind of like Hefrak, when you have Hefrak, his passive that anytime a champion on his team dies, he gets to do a turn. It's so stupid. I don't even understand why it works, because you're killing Gaius, but it makes your team die first, the other team die first for some reason, and technically you get a win. It's such a dumb composition. I just did it for fun. It only works against very specific teams that, like, it wouldn't work now because of Stone Skin, and well, not because of Stone Skin, but just like anybody with like block debuffs or whatever. Like if you're going against like a Siffy, it's just not going to work. Or if they have a cleanse, it's not going to work. I feel like I just heard of an area where Soul Drinker is useful. I don't know if it's Amius or something stupid. It's just a cheese champion though. He dies, he drops bombs. Yeah, you can't even really do this anymore. There's probably an area where you could use it, but I made this team like probably 2.5, 3 years ago. It was stupid. I did it just to see how it would work because I saw a content creator do it. It's one of those things where like I have to do champ training. I'll just do this, but don't do this. It's a stupid composition. I tried it. It's not consistent enough. You run into anybody with a cleanse, it's not going to work. It's dumb. But that's why I have 3 soul drinkers built. Not because I have a good reason. Live arena's open. Yeah. I would do live arena on stream, but the game really hates my Wi-Fi for live arena. So for live arena, what I have to do is I have to play it on my phone. With Wi-Fi off, I have to use phone data because the game just hates my Wi-Fi. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to fix it. It's just like, oh, your Wi-Fi is too slow or something. Maybe because the servers are in Europe. I don't know. It's just like it thinks it's too slow. I would not. I wouldn't even use Gaius in faction wars. He runs into problems because you go up against block, like either a cleanse or a block buffs or something, block debuffs. I mean, like I couldn't even use him in regular faction wars by himself. Don't use bombs. It's not going to help you. You're at 290 arena points. What was I at? Like 284. So I'm right there with you. I'm actually going to max out the primal quartz this month. So there's that. Arena bonuses. Where should I use my arena bonus? What do I need here? 1800. I want to do more bonuses for Curse City. I need to put more effort into Soul Cross. My clan needs to wake up and do siege. Let's see if I've been attacked or not. Let's see. I probably haven't been attacked yet. No. Yeah. Gaius's one big downfall is that he can be resisted pretty easily and he can be cleansed pretty easily. It can work under certain circumstances if you know the other team can't do anything about it. But I don't really use him. I haven't used him in a long time. He's fun though. He's a fun champion to mess around with. You can still use him in live arena. Like if your last two picks are Gaius and Nishak and the other team doesn't have any kind of block debuffs or cleanse, it's a free win. But that doesn't happen very often. Is there a way to mute the raid audio? Where is it? I assume you're talking about the in-game audio right here. When you go to settings, options, music. Yeah, I've lost battles to Gaius, but I don't run into him nearly as much as Nishak. But yeah, go to your little avatar, go to options, music down, special effects down. Unless you're talking about the game being loud on YouTube videos, I don't know how to fix that. Yep, it's there. I'm no tech genius, but I can figure that out. All right. So tomorrow night, I'll probably mess around with Hydra. See if I can get Gurptuk to work in my team. I don't think there's any reason to build a dupe Nishak. Just throw them in your faction guardians. I don't think anybody's running double Nishaks in anything. Usually one's enough. Yeah, I'm pretty much done here tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's fun when there's people around. I will probably be trying my Gurptuk and Hydra tomorrow. All right, who has Commodus? Commodus is insane. I hate going against Commodus. If that is who I think it is. Was he a demon spawn? Yeah, I hate this dude. I would definitely take a Commodus. Some of us are free to play. Well, not me, technically. I'm not technically free to play. I spent some gift card money back in the day. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm out. Good luck with your prism pulls. I'll probably pull mine tomorrow night. And we'll see what's going on in the game. Yeah. I would take a Cheshire. I would take a dupe few more. And I would take a Preva because she'd be new. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll be back tomorrow night. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already for some reason, and I'll be back with more Raid Shadow Legends live streams. See ya!